Okay, June 17th. Probably, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's an eagle landed in there. In case you don't know who this is, it's me. Today is more integration, bringing up different perspectives, healing parts of self, looking at parts of self over all kinds of realms and lifetimes. What came to me in my DNA from my ancestors, and in this lifetime, and all the different lifetimes that are parallel to this, integrating all of that. So beautiful. I spend a lot of time in meditation. Started to drive fast at 2:30. I took a 5-day break. So I'm only like an hour in or something, I don't know. Isn't it beautiful, all those sparkles out there? Allow change, allow, flow, allow. It's like, when you have a physical wound, you need to heal it. And when you have epiphanies and awakenings and perception changes and you have to take some time to heal it. Like, an actual physical wound. And when you look at the source of your pain and your trauma, it can hurt physically and cause a wound that needs to heal. So just rest, being gentle on myself, and just letting be what is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it already is, so let it be what it is. And that's all about, this forever now. Can you see the moon up there? I don't know if I can see it through this lens. Oh, there it is. Hello, moon. So yeah, I'm all of the shadow side and the moon side, and getting myself ready for what I'm going to be doing next. And it's allowing it all to come up and roll over and integrate. Come up and roll into my now moment and integrate. Remember it. Whatever it is, from any phase in life, let it have a voice. And sometimes when you let it have a voice, like you completely honor the voice, then you find that there's other layers of grief that want to talk too. And before they talk, sometimes they like to wail. You ever done that? Just wail and wail and wail? Yeah. It's good for changing the chemicals in your body and bringing in new timelines. It's a true story. This bitch, awesome. You know it is. Admit it. Hello, Shmi. If people we love are next to us are thousands of miles away, our relationship with them is in our own thoughts, our own mind. I remember listening to Wayne Dyer talk about that. I don't know when, at some point in my life, and it's just so neat, interesting, and profound. That's why it's so important to spend time alone, know yourself, and be okay and content by yourself. Because we're always alone. Sometimes people think they're not alone because they got someone always at them. They're like in a bad relationship. When they're not with them, they feel lonely because they're used to their emotional stress. Other people, when they're not with who they love, they genuinely miss them. And a healthy, non-toxic way to miss somebody, is it feels different than the needy, neurotic way of loneliness and not being able to maintain yourself, which isn't attractive to a new partner anyway. We have to know how to be alone, be comfortable with that. What a beautiful day, huh? And the kind of alone that you are in a marriage where you lay next to your husband or wife and... who am I kidding? Wife. You lay next to your wife and you're alone. And as they say, there's nothing more lonely than being alone with someone next to you. Or in the next room. Been there, done that. There's a lot of layers to heal, and of course we get down to the original wounds at some point, and I want to say in a way they always go back to the mother because the mother was around, but then we realize that our mothers were kids too, blah, blah, blah. So don't necessarily blame them unless they're still that way today. I love this trail through the grass, but then we find it's also in the DNA. It's in the eggs that we carry from our female ancestors. It's in everything. And it's our job, it's our big job, to process it and dissolve it and not carry the patterns forward. To integrate, to heal. And we do it for all of society to the best that our energy and frequency can affect. True story. Dandelions, extremely healthy for your liver, anti-cancer, alkaline. But I was going to say don't eat one in your yard, but I don't even know who I'm talking to. We always had dandelions in the yard. I never allowed any spraying. My ex wanted to spray everything. I'm like, can you just save like the burdock, the dandelion, the blah, 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 blah. Is that a cool trail? Very, very cool. Burdock's an intense blood cleanser. Oh, crap. I knew there was something I meant to do in town today. Oh my gosh. I went to town specifically at a time to do certain chores, and I forgot to go to the post office. I had ordered some burdock root powder. That's so funny. Because, I never go into town during the day because I come here in the mornings and I pray and meditate and do healing sessions, and I sometimes watch Netflix, and I mostly just have been eyes closed and traveling and meditation and integrating everything. So, anyway, the post office will be another day. I have postal chores. My boxes do too. Your boxes do? Fascinating. If you want to talk about it like that, then my box is overdue. Read between the lines, I don't really care. I love it when people stare at me and then they look away. They look away as I look at them. They don't know that I'm the expert at that. I can feel when someone's going to turn. And I don't get caught staring. That is so beautiful to me. It's almost like flocking at Christmas time or snow, but it's bird shit, right? What's wrong with your eyes? I don't know. They're glitching. It's a glitch in the matrix. Very, very pretty. I walk with the goddess. The goddess, she walks with me. I am the person, there's the type, I was going to say I'm the type of person, but I'm actually the person who spent most of my life alone. I was raised an only child, even though I have siblings I met later. But I hung out on a 90-mile lake in the woods and all by myself. And when I got my driver's license, I used to drive around in the woods by myself. Of course, when I first got it, I was entertaining the honeys. There's nothing quite like, going, Hi. There's nothing quite like, being 16, 18, okay, 16. God. And driving around in the woods with your newfound lady lover. Being like newly gay. Oh my God, so exciting. Well, every now and then getting caught by, loggers or people driving by, but when I had a Ford Escort. Oh, it would be, a little car. And the woman I was seeing in high school was 9 years older than me, so she was well into adulthood. Yeah, I was underage, probably. Anyway, I remember this one time when, I don't know who's going to see these videos, but she's skilled at certain things. But anyway, she wanted to, why am I being vague when that's the whole story? She was making these big talking innuendos about going down on me in the car and being like on the, yes, this is a scenery video, that she could get on the floor. And I'm like, there's just no way. And then she bet me, and well, she almost did, but she didn't. This is a Ford Escort, for fuck's sake. So yeah. But trucks and cars, and that's for being in your 20s, having sex in vehicles. The last time I did that, I think, was 1996, just after I met one of my exes. Apparently now I'm gathering them. See that peak over there? Peaks. Very, very beautiful. Anyway, it's just fun to be gay. When you're newly gay, before you get beat up. Then it's a little bit like... And then, I forgot what I was saying before that about integration and, that I alone, yeah. So, if kids didn't want to play what I wanted to play, I would just go play what I wanted to play by myself at every age in my life. And then when I started dating, there was a little different element to it, and I got into women's softball, as all good dykes do. And but alone. And in my relationship of now I don't even know if it was 13 years or 16 years or what, but I was alone in my room. I was alone in the woods. I would go out alone. We'd eat together meals, which is how I ended up knowing more about Donald Trump. I had Donald Trump's real estate books. I opened my real estate office and I wanted to do everything by the book. So I bought all the books. True story. And then, just love those mountains. So I'd read all the real estate stuff, but we watched The Apprentice, and that's all we did together. So it wasn't a show I was into, but... And then 2.5 Men we used to watch. That was kind of our bonding time. We had separate rooms, and... Anyway, obviously this video is a little too personal, but... The point is I had my own life. Even though I was with somebody, I was alone. And as I said earlier, we all are alone, no matter who we're with. Oh my God, now my sweatshirt getting hot. Okay, I think I'll walk back along the water, the way I just came. Okay, I guarantee you, it'll be a different view the other way. If I didn't tell you I was going the same way back, you probably wouldn't even know. Anyway, so I went to Hawaii alone. I I went to, when I went to the Yucatan and some places, I went with people, but I have done, it's piling up now, you know, just all the places I've been and went alone, like alone. Like I pretty much always had one person that I talked to, confided in, teased, flirted with, whatever. Or games, you know, I know I wasn't seeing anybody when I went to Kauai, and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what am I fucking talking about? The point is that I know how to be alone. I've been so alone most of my life, and that's not implying lonely, just alone. So when people are used to kids and spouses and, you know, people around, I love this tree. It's really hard for them to be alone. It's a huge emotional loss. They feel unloved and wanted and worthy because they're not used to their own company. Anyway, there's that story. This is funny. So now it's cooler, so I want to keep the sweatshirt on, but when I hit the main road, it's hot. So I'm going to take it off. So I'm going to put you down, so don't get scared. Okay. It's just a cement bench. Yes, I'm still here. I'm taking off my shirt, so don't look. I'm taking off my shirt. Zippity-doo-dah. Zippity-yay. Okay. I'm back, see? Okay. Whoa, dude. It's so windy, right? And that was just around the corner and everything changed. So now we're at the windy, chilly part again, and half dressed. Which half? Oh, who cares? I lost my tips in my 20s. I've retraced my footsteps, but I can't find them. I used to say about my relationship at that point that took most of my 20s and 30s. I used to say that I lost my tits in that relationship, or I lost my boobs. I'm like, I gave up my boobs for that, right? To not be touched, not be ass patted, be like withheld affection. Oh, you're looking at the view. As I said, I'm integrating old stuff, so come up. It's great. And then exciting new things are coming my way.